Hello. All right. The rank repair is moving along pretty nicely. I'm like 1 or 2 games out of. Well, is it really top 20 anymore? If it's you start counting around 30. Yeah, it's been going. It didn't really go how I expected. It's been so fucking sloppy. I figured it was gonna be okay. Set 25 is gonna end, and then I'm gonna get my act together, and then we'll win streak. And the win streak has happened. It's just things are weird. I don't know. We'll see. Just gonna keep working the angles. All right, how we looking? Opponent is possibly mid attack. What is a 969? That's what 520 plus 10 plus 570. 530, 570. So just 1100. Is that correct? Is that easy? That would imply pretty good things if I'm correct. Wow, the Wookiees actually took a life. What the hell? Yeah, this. I am finally, for like the first time ever, even though this is like the 3rd or 4th time they read it, I am using Night Trooper Crown. It's not even that I didn't think it was strong before, I just never remembered that it existed. I don't necessarily think it's that crazy. It just, you know, if I try to CLS it and it stops CLS, I'm like, well, okay, you're at least doing something. Glove from Germany? Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Germany was cool, man. I've only been there once, but good God. Making some examples of just what seems like an utterly nice place to live. It was like places like Berlin. Never rented a car, just only using transit, which is like, holy shit. Must be nice to have. All right. We got another Ray, Ben, Ezra, Choda. This went disastrously well last time. This was like shockingly easy. I almost want to pull that fight up real quick just so I can like re-review what I did. I don't have to like do a VOD review. I'll just like see it real quick, but like I don't think the Ray ever even got to ult once, as I recall. Yeah, the fight is so fast. It was over so immediately that I just accidentally skimmed past it. Wait, no, I didn't. Where the fuck is it? Am I blind? No, prior statement is still true. This shit was over just immediately. All right. Real quick radio play. What did I do? QA cooldown increase as normal, I would assume. Target rate dice roll, I would assume. We didn't get stagger on Ben, for better or worse. I think that's actually a bit of a higher roll, because it means that Ben can leave lock immediately. Oh, he didn't leave lock. He just fucking died. That's right. Okay, immediate question. Do you have a greater lust for life? No, the fuck you do not. Okay. These suicidal Bens, man. Well, we'll see. That doesn't necessarily mean the threshold will break the exact same. But certainly it bodes something. The Ezra did not go into lock last time. Like, just barely. It was like, generally might have been an R10 def from 5% delta margins defense primary. Speed primary. They're like a middle of the road, hedgy kind of guy. Okay, it looks like I based my turns around focusing on POW turn meter. Yeah, I went for the Ben one or the Ezra one shot and it didn't happen. Okay. I don't think I did anything particularly special here. As always, I think this fight is just gonna be roll with the punches, not necessarily. That is AQA. That is not my QA. Wrong side. Yeah, I think we're priced and to continue to use Wampacron. Alright, shall we? Please work. That is a faster Ezra than it was last time, so that is a difference in play. Ben has stagger, but we are going to be a slower start here, so I think we do the dice just to hit the stagger and slow down the pace of the match a bit. Yep, another suicidal Ben solo. Definitely some weird differences in pacing this time around. Unfortunately, this removes their meter, which means that that is going to take as long as humanly possible to come out of lock. We'll get double POW turn meter, so we can do this. It is he exile the decoy. That is agreeable, but this is a much, much slower match than last time, so I have no idea how this is gonna resolve out. She's going into ult, so that'll give us time to cycle, but this will still be unpleasant. I think cycling the bulk is more important than the stealth. He would have dispelled it anyway. No choice on targeting. So how are we not... I guess it's because it's Wampacron. We're just very behind on... I'm just used to running ball Heracrons, is I guess all it is. Alright, POW maybe dead here. QA basic on Ezra, so nothing. I don't think we bother. Yep, not terribly shocking. He might be mastery rounds. Do you feel like dying? Just out of idle curiosity. The debuffs on QA middle might be too counterproductive for his current dodge rate. I think QA basic might be unavailable. I think it's carryover flavor from the original Padme. Well, I know I was on accuracy errors before, and there's a pretty good chance we just need to go back to that. Because I think if I had them, and maybe used QA special less, I think this would have been fun. That's fine. I don't think I mean, I could have timed out with Ben being dead. I don't think it matters too terribly. Knock on wood, I suppose. Alright, Dark Side TM. I think we just been doing this one, so I'll just continue. Yeah. I don't imagine... I'm used to fighting Hondo. I imagine Hondo will be much worse, but... I guess we'll see. It would have turned 2 swapped anyway. Do we stealth here? It's worked out decently in the past, but there's no Hondo. I mean, no advantage on SLK seems a bit dicey. He does Dispel first, right? This might be basic. I don't, because I think he might just Dispel the random shit immediately. Yep. See, he hasn't taken a turn yet. I wasn't counting if this is first or second turn. I don't think he's gone yet, because Pirate King Hundo is also about to go. If I'm wrong, I just immediately blow up. This is very similar to how my team is built, because Vane's going to go first, Hondo's going to go immediately after and push Terminator. Well, I can't push Terminator, but he is going to push Speed Up. My gut says we save. I think that's still turn 1 of the poke. They can't get Terminator. Oh, he didn't get it Speed Up. I thought it was. We ever slam ult here just for poke tempo? I think we do. It'll get Ray way back if we care about that. For a wall hooks. You thought you were free. The loss of hooks is kind of annoying. I think my hooks is on dogshit mods for this week, so that might be a necessary fix. They have the possibility to rescue him, but I don't know if Ray is really slinging enough heat for that. Yet again, I was not really monitoring turns. This is my kill. Yeah, it does. I think old poke is still correct. Alright, control complete. It was weird because, like, I was not doing the correct mental work of, like, actually monitoring his cooldowns. I was just purely going by, like, okay, based on my gut, I don't think he's taking a turn yet. Based on blah, 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 I don't think. And it all happened to be right, but fucking weird. That's not really a good way to be playing it. It'd be good if I could actually lock it. Vibes-based cooldown tracking. How are you built? 120% potency. Was it much damage though? Not really. More potent than lethal. Problem is this is counterproductive. I'm going to assume I have... Yeah, she has the armor pen. Not going today. Honestly, still not good, but I'm tanking it. It's the best of my ability. It's an R10 Jabba. Are you... not really. She certainly appears interested. That's palpable. Well, that's about the bus because Asajj may not make it. Okay. Never punished. That was a very greedy basic there. Alright. 3 minutes, 45 seconds should be enough. I do not imagine R10 Jabba will matter here. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough. I'm mainly just looking here for the resist and not seeing any. Oh, now that I say it, they're popping up, but probably. Yeah, we're fine. My Asajj is not really stacked at all. Like, if R10 Jabba's in different crowd metas, well, it's not even a different crowd meta, the crowd meta is live right now. If we end up in a tankier Jabba situation and he's R10 and, like, you have an R7 Asajj, that actually might be a call to, like, R8 her. Or you would at least have to play for lines where, like, you try to revive Asajj just to get some stacks on her before you go off to the races. I think it's more of a hassle than a total stonewall. Alright. We're at like 300 plague stacks. I still have not really done the work to be like, okay, at X plague stacks, you stopped at this spot on his marker. The man just naturally. I did not have the TM trade. He just naturally won. Right, that has never happened before. All right, worst banner as possible. Cool, cool, cool. He just said, "I want out. Release me." Light side is cool. What is this? Wait, this level 6 is actually kind of sick here, no? Huh. Like, Crosshair Call Wrecker actually doesn't even sound that bad. It's 5 hits. That's like actually the highest, ignoring the current Kron set, or the Bad Batch Kron, but like, I mean, that's 75% Terminator. Right, this sounds kind of sick. I don't know. Let's just hit this shit. I assume he's over cap. He's 91.5. What are they? Why an armor pen Kron? They're not gonna get remotely close to cap. Even with this. The armor pen is just ass. Shit, I thought it was gonna be like what? I mean, crit damage isn't a concern. Offense, I guess, would be the only really spooky thing. Oh, crit damage is a concern for Wrecker, I guess. Let's see how this feels. Alright, so because we're not using the Bad Batch Kron, we will kind of have to wrangle through the early game. It is what it is. My Wrecker's built for protection, isn't he? I think so. Man! It had potential. I mean, we're not necessarily sunk. Return to us. I think someone's about to come back, so we're about to lose our stacks, but Pal being dead should give us some reassurances. I kind of wanted to use the Wrecker bulk stack move, not gonna lie. Alright, I think this is going to be a crosshair snipe-centric match just because the windows of vulnerability aren't going to be the easiest to capitalize on. We could have hit QA DI to stall, actually. Misplay. Is my Wrecker ever going to get to increase his bulk at all? Hi, baby. I don't think I played this perfectly. Man, that golden increase is really annoying. But yeah, see, now that I'm playing to keep stacks, we're in a way higher leverage position. Not pretty. Certainly a misplay. That was definitely a learning experience, but it did get there. Everything match is very technical. I actually kind of love it. I mean, we could have played for like more heals on Wrecker. I don't know. Frankly, my takeaway from that fight is I don't. Well, I mean, turn order kind of matters because like it's still nice to be able to crosshair snipe, Omega reset crosshair snipe, or not snipe, but the first special, whatever the fuck, ricochet. Ricochet's a fine thing, right? Ricochet, reset, ricochet, just to go minus 12 stacks on the opener. That especially if we're not running Bad Batch Crowd, that's kind of necessary for pacing. But past that, I kind of just wish that Omega was faster repeatedly. I wish it was faster for reviving Wrecker. I wish it was faster to get more heals off. Well, I mean, what is... If Omega goes first, and then Crosshair goes, and then Omega goes, isn't that just Omega slower than Crosshair? By way of going around the extra way? Alright. I don't even know what to use here. What's on the top wall? Let me... Alright. Saw, STL, DTMG, Cody, Inc. So far we did SLK, QA, NS, BB2. I assume we are doing Trey on Saw. I never really bothered to actually make a plan under her SDL. I just figured that there was a team that answered. DTMG, I know we fought last time, but frankly, I do not remember what I used. Tuscans, I know lost last time, but I might just send it anyway. Try going for Rex first instead of kicks. Seemed to work out better. Malgus, I assume, is probably going on Inks. We're floating a lot going into this back wall. Alright. So, be that as it may. We do have an Ezra to kill, and we do have VKM to kill. I'm not really well versed in the business of Ezra cleanups. We're holding enough that I don't imagine that cheap is really a concern, but... like, Tarkin, I would imagine, is not great against the baseline tool set. Great Mothers, I think we would rather hold than put on Ezra Hunter duty. Who's on the BKM squad? Bam 12. I don't really associate Revo with any teams at the moment. Probably, I don't know how happy they are actually fighting Ezra. If no assists. Like, Seven Sister, I mean, Seven Sister middle, and her specials are still good, even though she isn't getting assist value. There's no raid lead lock to worry about. Maybe. Barris might even be fine here over 7th. I mean, nah, I think it's 7th. Anything I'm not thinking about here? What did I use Revo on last week? Well, last week I didn't do shit. That's not a good question. Insight. I used Riva on... I didn't use Riva. Is that... I mean, that's kind of the confirmation bias I'm looking for, is it not? I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily... That doesn't mean I'm not just whiffing on something that they could be doing. Looking, I don't know, man. I don't think they sound good against Bo. We'll start there. And work our way out. Alright. Ability block? Maybe? Less true damage than I thought it would be. Still less true damage than I thought it would be. Wow. What are we doing here? World's longest torture? Overkill? Probably. But for what I'm holding, I don't think we're price out of it. God, I forgot you even exist. Not for lack of power, but just... Right now, our matchup planner looks so solid. It's like, you're just extra. Pending backwall, I guess. Alright, so BKM, what the fuck do we use here? Why does it sound so fuzzy? I know I've had some weirdness in the past where I would use a matchup and, like, she would end up being weirdly resilient because of, like, debuffs being consumed by me, not, like, cleansed by them still counting as, like, healing through healing immunity was definitely some weird shit. Mace, I think, had some weirdness. Man, I appreciate the scroll being here, but holy fuck, it's so fast. Well... Okay, I missed 2 teams by scrolling. Is it Mace? I don't know if Mace can tank that shit. It's kind of the same issue as mentioned before of debuffs being a bit problematic. Why does this sound so annoying? I mean, who are we floating right now? We've got JMKC, JML Baines, Satil, Afra, Great Mothers, Maz, Reva's Hughes now. Like, surely this should be enough to feel confident. So why don't I feel confident? I know I did Zori once, and it almost worked, but then fell apart, lost control. Health, crit damage, the reactive shielding will also be annoying. That is to be sure. I mean, he's Lucifer, right? So he should be... Well, but it's not going to be him who dispels. I don't think it's Starkin. I don't know. This just sounds whack. Gungans, they debuff too much. KB Joe Temple? I don't think I hate that. I imagine Bam gets handcuffed. 124, 43. Possibly BKM gets handcuffed. Is that bad, though? I don't know if that's bad. KB Joe Temple. Which type of flavor? This would be nice for Bambirds, I imagine, as long as they don't, like, blow us out, that it would catch at... Like, Bambirds should catch at every threshold that we would get max value out of this. That's not terrible. Although, we're built for protection on, like, 2, probably 3 characters, so the amount of shilling we get is not great. Suns, I mean, we get 50 here, so that feeds in. I don't think Bo-Katan gets any bulk on her. I mean, she gets defense, but that doesn't count. I said Mandalorian now has gained 6% defense, max health, and offense, but I think Bam was just tankier. $129.63. Okay, it is just more, so I don't have to check. I don't know if I see a possible way for it to go bad, right? If BKM is in handcuffs, and we just go for Bam, like... We don't block revives, though. That is a hassle. Why does it, like... I wouldn't think BKM would be that good on defense, so why does this feel so weird to approach? Is there something to unpack here? I mean, we could always just fucking mirror, I guess, but I don't know if there's actually, like, that much to outplay them. Weird. Yeah, we fire off first, and their IG-12 goes... Wait, does he open grenade, though? If he opens grenade and stuns... It would only really be bad if it stunned IG-12, even though that actually might not be that big a deal. Maybe? Game? Well... Is that a bad omen? For all I know, this might be a shit show. Okay, what did I use on DTMG last time? Was it BKM? I don't think it was, right? Before I do this. No, it was KB Joe. Oh, that was a cleanup. Wait. Oh, I did Mace into KB Joe. Mace failed. Mace failed to went for Moff Gideon first. I remember now. I'll just try mirror. Do I have a Kron that can try to be a pain in the ass for the matchup? We're just back at this anyway. I mean, I don't hate it. Do we care about IG-12? Is this ever just positive? Pause, eat, stun, stance, go. Pause will provide more birds. And make use of the protection. He doesn't even do grenade first. What a fraud. I don't know that we want to do AoE. I don't think we want to give them debuffs. And again, I guess they didn't give us debuffs either. I guess it did line up annoyingly. that he didn't do grenade right before I dispelled. The blind is, I believe, going to be useful for us. How is he already blocked? Is this supposed to be BKM first? No, but she still has all of her thresholds. Yeah, we didn't get the revive block. Surely that bodes well. Bad banners, but suits the purposes of today. Hope I don't miss them elsewhere. That's weird. I did ISO with that. I maybe need to research into like what the fuck the BKM matchup tables are. It felt fuzzy. Like we have overkill to be sure, but as a front wall, just ambiguous thing. All right, Gideon, don't know yet. You exists. No Zam, so it's slow. They don't have much top end, so there's not really anything I have to spend stuff on, so we're kind of just weapons free at this point. Do we care about blind opener, or do we just slam AoEs immediately? Wait, it's Scorch. Does it even matter? I don't know. I think I like the blind opener to contest EP stun. Seems a fine thing to be doing. Look, another Vader AoE's coming. Do I ever shred again? Fucking ow. I also feel like Scout does much. Like the one fucking time I would need him to cleanse, he can't cleanse. And he's already almost back at 15. Does it heal us? I don't think it does, right? I mean, he does, but the rest. It only really heals them if they were dead. Good talk. I was looking for the other thing, not them dying. Sir. I mean, I respect the Scorch. It felt more annoying than usual. Banner is full, weapons free. How are we doing on banners? Just one drop so far. I think we send Tuscans then. Let's collect more data. This is what we used last time, I think. That crit damage might not be bad. I should also mention, if I'm not wrong, yeah. They are mod lockers. They're solely playing on mechanics and Chron for this week, so if I feel strongly enough on this, then probably I should mod them for next week. Probably would be wise. Probably. I think we just go for X. Their tenacity is beginning to shred. I don't think this works, but He might cook out from that. Oh, it was close. It was very close. Ah, the region. All right. 2 minutes. All right. Yeah, I think mods are probably pretty good and would probably help in that matchup. Smile. You just have to work Rex. Going for kicks last time is why I lost. Or perhaps not having mods is also possibly contributing to why I lost last time. Perhaps. All right. Had you reduced Bam Goolans? I honestly forgot he even does that. I think it worked out to my benefit though, because you want to try to sync up Bam and BKM usually. I assume we're Malgus here, Treya here. We're down to how many teams? 8 teams left. We have JMKC, JML, Bane, Satil, Afra, GM, Maz. Where is Satil going? Let's start with that question. Is it just Satil and Balen? Is this Satil Watt on Balen? That might be a Satil Watt moment if we're doing that. There's no stranger. Are we doing GM here? See, this is clearly telegraphing that it's trying to push aggression. I mean, but GM does also just have DSDM. But you don't get to dispel, so it's kind of funky. Who did I use on... Oh, no, Mason to color him back. Did we try this again? It was like a pretty squishy... My base... Yeah, we already kind of addressed my base. Just kind of has ass mods. Even if it possibly seems viable, I just don't think it's meant to be this week. It is a Enoch. I respect the choice. What does it mean for us? $220 looks like a handcuff candidate. I mean, maybe? I don't know. Let's reread. Deal damage with the protection. I remember that. Yeah, we have to do damage. Like, we nuke his protection and then set his health to 65. So, like, if we can't do enough to get through that, then it's just not going to work. I guess we would siphon a decent amount off of him, but I don't know. And we don't have revive prevention under KB. Problem is, I think my Temple Guard is sped up to fight Stranger. Yeah, so that also kind of hurts this matchup. We have a lot less free time to work with than we otherwise normally would. Enoch is here, so base damage output will be greatly lowered anyway. Is this a red herring? Probably. JMKC, JML Baines, it's Heal, Treya, Malgus. Yeah, we have enough. We don't need to think about this. Okay. She tanked that pretty handily last time. Did we just say hello? Oh, right. I forgot you come back. I don't know if we can get a 58. Maybe workable, but it was going to be real annoying to try to bounce back and forth. They would have had to line up Malgus taunts against the turn right before they did AoE to get back to full. I don't know. Well, we have LSTM, right? So maybe we don't need what? In Squad Arena, I would swap AoE. We have Umbreons on. I think swap taunt might be correct. For Bale and OTC. Let's just let things simmer down a bit. -1. That makes you sad, even with Hondo and the FDC. We probably shared different evaluations of Citiel's power level then, because I expected that to be seal clubbing. I expected seal clubbing, and it was slightly more annoying than a seal club. Citiel versus just about anything in the game is very likely gonna feel like seal clubbing. Just to be transparent on where I am on that whole topic. What can you do? Well, you can run a Hondo and handcuff somebody, is I guess what you can do. That helped them a little bit. Gave them a little initial tempo, because otherwise LSTM would have steamrolled them. I kind of wish Wookiees weren't on defense, because Wookiees versus Saul was very, well, I would say funny, but actually it was kind of depressing. With Mission Omicron is going to be even more of an explosive team. I mean, the true damage assists are way more. I don't remember what the fuck is on Mission Omicron, but I don't remember being that good. But I would certainly imagine it's a hell of a lot weaker than true damage assists. Alright, what do we do here? I've never actually fought like an actual non-Ezra, but here to ostensibly try to murder you. I respect this a lot more than I respect a lot. Maybe I should just start asking myself random questions. I assume this could just be JMK, just to kill DTMG and say thank you. Where is Maz going? Maybe Maz here. I think ASB should beat Maz though. Like I mean, we could use a defense card to try to force the issue, maybe. Oh, we are down to 16s. I feel like I didn't spend anything. Oh, I spent a tail. That is something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, Seabane certainly. Wait. Can we just see solo this? Without Bane, we won't have Taunt Ignore, right? I would assume against Huya and Krun that's problematic, and that we would want to link both troublemakers. Unless we're on some weird Hail Mary, don't link immediately Dispel first, weird shit. The problem is they do a lot of true damage, so this isn't really that. Regrettably, I think this is just put the Bane in the bag. I mean, if we did Great Mother as what? DSTM, Doom, maybe under Huyang, Great Mothers will not get the DSTM, so you would just mass for Frenzy and then. But they would have Foresight, would they not? No, doesn't Morgan mass pop Foresight? Yeah, isn't this like. Wait, but it says blind all enemies which can't be evaded. Oh no, this. Expose all enemies, I think is the. Like, apparently that pops Foresight, which sounds crazy to me. But. I think we maybe just Doom Huyang. I kind of forgot about this little cooldown pip, if they already had defense down. I don't remember that. That's cool. I'm going to assume they're not very tanky. I mean, 48% health is certainly not nothing. What do you actually do? Huyang uses a special. Yeah, so if we just Doom Huyang, this should be fine, right? Let's not see Bane. Wahoo! Yippee! You seem tankier. Alright. The usual then. Nah, I thought Spirit was going first. Fuck. That's be insane. Sabine Salciel isn't it like 200%? Or something unholy. Alright, so I now am aware that this cycles are cooldowns. Cool. Hornet 55? Yes. That's. I mean, it was possibly a mistake, but it's also kind of fucking harmless. Like, certainly I would never say it's mattered in the history of this game. If anything, it's kind of a testament to how inconsequential Hellsteel is in most matchups. Alright. Do we just try him? Where's Afra going? Afra has just been on defense, and now that I'm considering moving her to offense, I mean, does Afra hear anything? Afra, I don't know if I would say she's super jazzed about fighting rolling waves of true damage. I don't quite know if that's her idea of a great time. I mean, if my clear is clean enough, then maybe we could just try it anyway, right? I've bled some to be sure, but I mean, aren't we way ahead right at the moment that some fuckery might be in the cards? 57 times 5, 285 plus 520. Okay, something that I typed in there is wrong. Oh. I used his score. Yeah, we're at 2038. Yeah, as long as I don't just like put myself in a position to run out of teams, we can try some stuff. All right. Well, I have 3 GLs acting as insurance. Saffron standard chancing and Stormtrooper Luke. I mean, my main association for Stormtrooper Luke would either be like a team that can cleanse debuffs or a team that can't lose their meter. I kind of wonder if Padme, Mace, Ahsoka can take him on. I mean, it could be one of the GLs. What am I thinking of? She ignores protection, yeah, or yes, but they do recover a fair amount of protection. That aspect might not work, unfortunately. And also, doesn't Shatterpoint whittle their health pool that if this is an immediate slam dunk, they might not. I mean, it's defensive max health, so ostensibly you would hope that that would just be enough to kill them regardless, but it means it'll have to be via damage and not courage. Theory of crafting, just slap a fucking defense crown on it. In theory, the fact that they can't remove our turn meter should help. Wait, doesn't he have like Village activation right now? I guess one aspect I didn't consider is that they're not really debuffing us, which is meaning less courage. Just fucking died. Man, I was really hoping to save that. There were flashes, but I mean, maybe it's just lack of damage output more than. I mean, obviously, for the most part, we were shelf stable with this, but they did get through eventually. But we had plenty of opportunities. But because we had this and not, let's say, light side buffs or some shit, we couldn't really capitalize. It stops STL from doing the majority of what STL wants, right? You get shielding for the assist. You can't lose Terminator, so they can't ability block you. It just. There's more to the puzzle than that. It ticks off like quite a few boxes. I mean, I imagine their mods aren't great. I do wonder if I could remod and like find a better cron to use the extra budget. Yeah. Like, okay, if we could just get like move the armor pen rolls over to defense or something, and you got the LS buffs and you got something like their crit damage or something. All right, just like something in the middle ground. And if it could be a defense cron with LS buff level 3, I feel like that would go so far to helping that matchup. Because like there were windows where they hurt. Like the defense was pretty necessary. But certainly past that, the ability to kill them would be lovely. Alright. What else was I thinking about? I know we were talking about Jedi Vanguards, but I think I was off of that. What else was I thinking about? Afra, I think. I just don't know. And I mean, dude, you get so much Terminator. The DCMG is, I think, more than happy to oblige you. And it's Enoch. Like, all we would be doing if we played for this, literally all we would be doing is just trying to stack Siphon and the do true damage. Which, like, I don't, like, whether that's possible or not, it doesn't lean into Afra's strengths. I don't know. And at the same time, we would have true damage constantly raining on us. I don't think that sounds good for business. So if not here, where would Afra go? Is Afra against Saw anything? I know that Saw can still bomb. That sound. I think I did that once last season, didn't I? And it was just like vaguely unpleasant. I would imagine this is probably overkill. I mean, the protection disruption, sure, but I wonder how Maz would do against DTMG. Cool, an increasing disrupt their game plan, and their game plan can work against a variety of their tools. Not necessarily thrilled about the true damage, but maybe can take it in stride. It is true that we can't crit them. That is sad. But I think we get there eventually. I guess we cannot cooldown increase the move. Yep. I think this is gonna have to be Enoch second. I was right, but at what costs? Alright, man. He's pretty fast. Maybe he could be faster. Defense mods should go over to bulk. We could also increase mod quality. Yeah, I think we could fix this shit. I think we could just hard ticket for the matchup for week 3. S29 every 3 notes. Turbo kicks plus Maz off of defense, attack for bulk. Mod Tuscans. High damage warrior, maybe high damage raider. How many toys remain? Trey, Cal, Bane, Gungan, Mace, KB Joe. Okay, the production disruption surely would be fucking awful to deal with, right? For Joe Costa, anyway. Yeah, I forgot. Let's just clean up now. Hi, baby B. Do we ever go Savage lead? I mean, Kyle will be attacking at a turn. Yeah, this could get violent. I don't remember if Armor Pen transfers over to the summon. Not a summon built for damage, it would appear. Yeah. I fear that the crown that was on Padme perhaps should have been on this team. I think I missed Savage lead. Like, the crit avoidance is kind of helping us, kind of hurting us. We're not getting a turn in between summon and re-upping. Yeah. We needed that other grunt. Alright. I think it's time. What's the actual score comparison now? Yeah, it's actually pretty close now. Alright. Playtime's over. Apologies. Okay, we could just go through GL plus Bane. Surely none of this actually demands C-Bane. I don't know if we want aggression or if we want a tank. And same for Kronstadt choice. I think we're slightly overkill on armor, but he has a lot of armor pens, so surely that can't be bad. Kyle is one of the few actual good armor pens in. It's an okay amount of buffs. Alright. Right now I think I'm what? Wait. Did I do the math wrong? Hang the fuck on. This actually might be a very close, jeez, yeah. Due to Magus. Wait, am I wrong? According to this, I'm 46 up. Maybe I'm overreacting. This really isn't that hard to calculate, so I don't know why I keep on getting different answers every single time. I will say it out loud just to make sure I'm not insane. 575 times 5, that is 285. I will check my work, just to be thorough. Plus 260. That's 545, same as all the other numbers. Plus 969. It's 5014, same as all the past numbers. Plus 438. Why is the number different? What the fuck? $832 plus 520. 57 times 3 is 171. Plus 171. Plus, we'll say 37. Well, no, it would be 35, wouldn't it? No, it sounds like a 44 difference. What the... Well, the 44... The 2 differences because of the... Saying it's a 35, not a 37. Weird. I don't know. My brain is apparently cooked tonight. So we're up by 40. As long as I play remotely correctly, this should end fine. We will use the team that is basically just Super Padman. Oh wait, stealth is up. Princess first would probably be correct, but whatever. Alright. 37. Wait, why was it 37? Oh, wait, no, that's not the cleanup. Wait, no. It's not 357s. I was right. No, this is a 20 banner game. I'm fucking just do it again. How many times can I repeat the same stupid math problem? 57 now times 2. It's 114. Plus 35. Plus 869. Plus 520. How is this different? What the fuck? How do I keep getting different answers every single? I don't fucking get it. 57 times 5. I am going to do it all in the calculator, even though 57 times 5, 285. The calculator agrees. That's 285. Plus 260. It's 545. The calculator agrees. That's 545. Plus 969. 1514. Okay, so the prior answer, 44, but I was 20 lower than I thought, so it was 24. Yeah, it's still fine. Fuck, man. I just want to go lay down. Release me from this prison. I never signed up for math. So if I fuck around and find out that it'll be a 4-banner game. Lovely. I mean, JML could riposte under the shielding. Gas stops, crits out of turn. That sounds lovely as well. I mean, protection disruption on JML maybe sounds fucking problematic, but it'll be fine, Smile. I'm kind of surprised how little damage she is doing. There's no point talking about C solo. Let's just fucking be normal human beings. She's the one who does healing immunity, but if we're on a tank line, do we give a shit? $57 at the finish line. Alright, there is no DTMG lead. Charlie. No more. Just hang out, bud. Good talk. $15.38, the promise score. God, I am not used to seeing exec on defense. Is there anything to be nervous about? I mean, Profundity, Bounty Hunters, Sith, what? Have I done Sith into Mace? I did it last season, it was 73. Sure. I don't think this does anything, but if we have a 24 lead, I guess a safety blanket. No Xanadu blood means no scan opener, I guess. Oh, he didn't use his taunt yet, right? I don't know if we have. I'm just gonna go past the Falcon, I think, because I don't know if we have the Dispel Outrider move, and he's about to go anyway, so it's not that much of a TM gap. Worked out. I wasn't sure if that was the correct play. I assume. Have I done Sith against Exec? I've played it 7 times, 100% win rate. I don't know why I'm second guessing the other rap, but I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I've also never lost bounty hunters against this, so I don't know what exactly I'm fearing here. Have I done bounty hunters against Mace? I think I already looked it up. Pretty sure the answer is yes. I mean, no, that's just free. That's the fucking. I mean, we've done that shit with no reinforcements. Yeah, that's not an issue. I don't know. I imagine this will be fine. I imagine this will probably end up feeling like overkill reinforcements wise. You ever hold it just for Sith Fighter reinforcement for turn meter? defender first. That's a bit different. Yeah, pretty much overkill. Well, it just doesn't seem like I'm always behind on my quests. I don't know why. Seems pretty good. This causes assist, which will give us maybe Death Mark? No. I don't know if I actually want to push. Alright. Should be good. One for the road. Alright. Good game, Hans Ziemann. Should, what am I even trying to say? Yeah, it's a 1. Nice that we got a chance to mess around a little bit. Oh, accuracy arrow. I knew there was something. I had them on them before, and it must have been for this, and I was like, why are you here again? And took them off. I think if I had the accuracy arrows, I think it might have been fun. And also, remember debuff management to avoid overhealing Ezra. What else? Contemplate BKM. Positioning. I mean, maybe we could look at Padme versus SDL, but it's probably unnecessary because the banners. I mean, Mace does give you protection regen, but the problem is, like, when our shielding dropped, they were still getting through. Like, Ahsoka did just get popped eventually. Not really a tweak for next week, but figure out what the hell we're doing with Evra. Wookiees probably back to offense. I mean, I assume they got holes that AES, but I do not take that as assumption of future holds. They should not be that hard to beat. All right, I think I'll call it there. Sorry, this one took a little longer, but I mean, yeah, it's a lack of prep. Don't really know what I'm doing this season. Just kind of figuring things out on the fly, so that's where all the extra time comes in. Usually is looking at things that I've done in the past, looking at a match planner, and like, don't know. Still kind of just trying to get back in touch with the meta. Taking that week off was okay in some ways, but also kind of destructive for, like, yeah, I just feel kind of adrift right now. Not really super in tune. We'll see. Anyway, that was a great set of threes for me. Yeah, but to be frank, it's been kind of an easy season. I mean, it's a season that's playing out like how past good defense metas have played out, where there is just such a large margin for error that I have been able to. I mean, we didn't really fumble that much today. We fumbled towards the end on purpose, just trying shit out. So there's, like, maybe a slight difference there. But, like, for my week one, as an example, like, I did not know what I was doing, and I did not need to know broadly what I was doing because my defense had done enough damage that I could just not cartwheel. It was basically rolling down a hill, and I had enough momentum that I could just, again, like, what's my counter to DTMG in week one? Fucking, I don't know. I just did Mace to be doing. Right. Now that S29 is dead, the purpose or goal, what I'm aiming for is, I mean, look, I will always prioritize looking for defense sauce first, but we gotta clean the act up. We gotta be good on both sides of the board to do what I want to be doing. So yeah, we'll keep it in mind. Anyway, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekends. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. I say as I, okay. Later.